One thing that I would say is always ask questions. Oftentimes students might be struggling with something, and often it starts at they have not made anyone aware of, what the issue is that they may have going on. So oftentimes students will kind of be stressed out or struggle with something, and, faculty staff aren't aware. So one of the main things I encourage, Emily and I both, when we do presentations, in the classrooms, we encourage them to always seek help. We encourage them that no question is a stupid question or a dumb question. Oftentimes, if we don't have the resource at our hands, we can connect them to the office or, place that has that resource. And oftentimes when that happens, students find out the very thing that they were struggling about was something that we could have helped them solve, a long time ago. Hello, my name is LaShawanda Ingram. I am one of the co-chief diversity officers here at SUNY Canton College. I'm also the director of diversity and of new student orientation.
I'm Emily Hamilton Honey. I am our other co-chief diversity officer here at SUNY Canton. I'm also an associate professor of English and Humanities.
The Center for Diversities and Inclusion started about 2015. It was formed to basically identify a space that would be dedicated to the Office of Diversity. It's meant to be a place that's inclusive and welcoming of everyone here on campus. So the space is utilized for programming, is utilized for meetings.
We've also had student groups meet here. We had a program for a while called Soup and Solidarity, where we would have specific topics of discussion and people would come and have lunch and discuss something related to diversity. And it's also really wonderful when we can have student groups in here, because then the students see the space, they get to utilize it, they get to have a space where their club can meet and plan and feel comfortable. And that's really fantastic. So it's been a nice, visible space of what our office does since it opened on campus.
We've done things in here like, culture-related celebrations, diverse discussions. So it's meant to be just kind of an atmosphere where everybody can just come in, relax, and be comfortable. And that's what it's been since it's been formed on the campus.
The other thing that we talk about a lot is trying to address any of our students' needs that maybe aren't being met. So when people think about diversity, very often they think about race or they think about gender. They don't necessarily think about things like religion or income level or dietary needs. Right? These are all things that make people different, and it can make campus more difficult to get around or make it more inaccessible if they don't have arrangements made for those needs to be met. And so that's where we come in. We try to meet the needs of any student who has a need that is going to make their life easier while they're on campus.
Mm-hmm. So our approach is pretty much an open door policy. We pretty much support and value our motto of everyone is welcome here. So we try to live by that, by always thinking about ways that we can make the campus better, we can make the campus more welcoming. We always assess and think about the resources that we have available, and adjusting that from time to time as things change to make sure we're meeting our students' needs.